Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about a mod called Rim City. It's a lot like the multiplayer mod I already did a breakdown about, but it's more PvP, more colony on colony focused. I'm going to be talking about the trading system, I'm going to be talking about the combat system, I'm going to be talking about PvP elements, I'm going to be talking about how mods work with this, I'm going to be talking about the chat interface and how you can converse with other people on the server, and generally how this all works together. This mod at first glance looks very, very impressive and reminds me of very old browser-based city building games where you'd build a building and it'd take 12 hours to build. But this is Rimworld. This is Rimworld, and there are hundreds of people on this server right now. To run this mod pack, you only need 3 mods. You need Harmony, Above Core, then you need Hugs Lib, and then Online City. Online City, when trying to join a server, will download and enable all other mods on the server for you. And you can just click close and restart. If the exact match of the mods is set on the server and they have not yet been installed now, they will be downloaded. If there is imported information in the mods game subfolder, click cancel and make a backup copy. The mod synchronization process may take several minutes, after which the game will restart. The first thing you have to do to set up your account with Rim City is enter a login password that you would like to have, QG123 or whatever you like. Enter your password 12345, whatever you actually want to use. Don't use 12345. Be a sane human being. Use whatever password you're comfortable with. And then once that's registered, it's going to take some time. It usually takes a minute or two. Your program will lock up as it talks to the server. You can go log in, and if I actually input my password, we'll be able to join the public server that is currently being hosted. Alright, so here we are on the public server. The players have various icons depending on their city size. You can see there's a large amount of these little brown shacks, and there's a few houses, and there are even some other smaller various houses. There's a good 3 examples right here. Here we can see the small brown shack, small house, and a large house. And there's even, you can even see players' caravans as a muffalo. There we go. Oh, there's a large manor. Interesting. And you can see the price of his colony is 350,000 worth. The price of things on this colony map. It shows the price of the people and the maximum price of attackers. You are restricted by the wealth of the attack. So if we look at one of these smaller settlements, we can see its total wealth is 28,000. The wealth of the people on the colony map is 3,000, but you can only have an attacking force worth 13,000. This is kind of a light balancing feature that prevents large, powerful factions from steamrolling smaller ones. It's just like how an NPC would attack you. They are restricted with their attack value and can only muster so many forces. I'm going to set down on this little island, the Fancy Scrub. There's one other player on the island, Lacola player, Ella Mini. We can see he's relatively small, with 14,000 total wealth, and I want to set down in these rocky mountains here. So let's pick a spot behind these impossible mountains, and we'll set off our trip right here. Let's actually go a little bit closer to the road so I can easily move back and forth. And we pick our colonists, and we can actually use mods with this to a degree. This public server has a few mods built on, which have automatically been downloaded. When you join the server, you will automatically download the mods the server has. Alright, let's begin. We can see the long list of server mods that are on the server. When I started my mod list, I only had Harmony, the Rimworld cities, and Huge Libs enabled. And it, on its own, decision making, downloaded and enabled all the mods the server is using. So I even have Giddy Up and androids and a whole bunch of mods that I never even enabled. Alright, let's take a look around and get started. So if we click escape and go to options, we can see we actually have a chat. And this is the global chat with all players currently on the server. The grayed out players are currently not online, and the players in white are currently online. And this is the public chat. You can also create private chat rooms as well. So if I create QG chat, now we have a QG chat option. And I should be able to invite other players to my chat. Private message, add a member. There we go, right there. So let's go ahead and try to add somebody to see how this works. And we've now added another member to the chat. We can also disable PvP for iColony. This will prevent us from being able to attack other colonies or be attacked in return. So it essentially makes the game more of a PvE experience. And this is a general description of the mod. This will tell you everything you need to know about how to attack people, how it works, exchanging between players, how trading works, how setting values works, how the mod installation works. Just a long list of very good information to read. I strongly suggest you at the very least skim this and give it a bit of a glance. At the very least, if you are interested in the PvP front, I strongly suggest you at least read some of the PvP information's attack on player settlements. If you are interested in starting to play this to have conflicts and battles with other players. You can also fill in some of your personal information if you wanted to here in the settings. So other players could see this information and reach out to you while you're not online. They can either find you via your Discord address that you make publicly available or your email address. There we go. I have added my Discord server to my information, and we can see about quarantine games involved in PvP, and there is my Discord server right there. I'm going to disable PvP for the time being for the time of this tutorial. And once you disable PvP, it appears you are locked out for 24 hours. So I am not able to re-enable PvP for the next 24 hours. We can see that this server has dev mode disabled. My options menu does not allow me to go into dev mode. It immediately disables it upon entering it. This is a server function the server host can enable or disable depending on what he wants. Aside from that, our normal list of mod options, we can see all the mod options on the server, and we can adjust these how we want and how we see fit. It's up to the mod host to choose mods that I balanced and aren't able to be exploited too much. It seems like the public server, it appears to be quite well balanced. Looking at this mod list, I don't see anything I can dramatically change to exploit the system immediately. So it seems like they've done quite a good job. So our friend Captain Corgi needs help. He's suffering a heat wave right now and he needs some food. So we've loaded up a caravan with our donkey and one of our colonists, and we're going to go bring him some food. Captain Corgi is currently offline. We can tell he's offline by the door at his house is closed. As we can see with Nilix, his door is open, indicated by the yellow door. Closed door, open door, online player, offline player. Our caravan has arrived at our destination, and we can give Captain Corgi all of our corn, and if we wanted to, we could also give him our colonists. The game will autosave after doing any kind of player-to-player trading to prevent any duplication glitches. Hey Corgi, did you get any corn?
Yep.
Oh.
I just got a pile of corn.
Sweet. Alright, here's my buddy next door to me that I'm going to attack. This isn't going to go well for me. I'm going to be honest, guys. This is not going to go well. Alright, second try is the charm. We're clicking on our caravan and we're clicking attack. And we're serious. We're going to mess him up. We're no practice here. Let's ruin this man's day. Try to burn his farms. So I've tried to launch 5 or 6 attacks on either on me or on each other or on my friend, and we keep bumping into this disconnection error. I'm sure this is something they're working on with this mod, and once it's fleshed out, you will actually be able to be on the world map controlling your pawns while they're on their world map controlling their pawns. Essentially, you enter their world map with your pawns and you control them and maneuver them how you want while attacking them. It's, from what I'm reading in this description, it's really, really cool and intricate, but at this time, I can't seem to get it to work. I'll read a little bit of part 3 of this brief about the mod section, and I'll end the video with this, just so you guys have an idea of how attack on settlements are supposed to work. Now, if you want, you can attack a foreign colony with your caravan. You will appear at the edge of the map in a random place. Then you can look at the enemy base, be horrified and retreat. All pawns near the edge of the map, in case will go to the caravan. Rob if something can be carried away with you, or capture the settlement, killing or knocking down all enemy pawns. Your colonists will attack the enemy colony in the form in which it is playing at the moment. Of course, it must be online. True. Attacking pawns are always in combat mode and accept commands to go to the positions, shoot at the targets, and attack the closest target. They can also throw and pick up weapons, close and take or throw something from the inventory. They can also eat and drink something. Actually, the controls possibly end there. It turns out that only the main teams for fighting are available. For example, items such as activate artifact do not work. Pawn behavior settings also do not work. For example, auto attack is always on. Peaceful skills are not available in battle. That is, if you need to disable the wall and you have a wonderful miner, you will have to blow it up with a grenade or shoot from what it is. All this, I'm sorry, I'm bad at reading, including the captured of pawns, and can be after the settlement is captured. So essentially you can't disassemble or mine while you're attacking a colony. You have to, basically you're limited to just attacking, picking things up, eating things, and so on and so on. We should also say that the attacker manages the situation remotely because of what his orders are executed, but he does not see the process of aiming and shooting. Movements also occur in jerks. It also said it did not work out to everything smoothly at the moment. I do not see the technical ability to make this mechanically better. In order to slightly compensate for the loss of control, the speed or movement of the pawns of the attacked is halved. The reduction takes effect a minute after the battle starts in order to have time to take a position. To attack both you and the enemy in the settings, blah, 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 you must have PvP enabled. You can change it once a day, For example, on the official server, it is 20 minutes. The server has a setting how many times players can't be attacked. Okay, so it's a 20-minute cooldown between attacks. I was wrong. It's not 24 hours, 20 minutes. If either side during the battle leaves the game, this will tandement to defeat, and the player will lose the colony or caravan that is attacking. The attacker loses on a disconnect. All right. For the other side, only the fact that the hostile pawns will passively shoot back under the control of AI game will change. So if you disconnect, essentially an AI will take over control of your pawns. All right, that's pretty cool. If the attacker wants to retreat, then he can select the retreat option in the menu. Then there's who are closer than 10 cells to the edge of the map will move to the caravan. Okay, so it seems like you have very limited controls on attacking. It's not so much you have drafted colonists. You can probably move them around, but it's quite limited control. While PvP is in progress, half of the first speed is for set. You can either pause nor accelerate. You can neither pause nor accelerate. Okay, that's good. That's interesting. Time of day and climate conditions are not synchronized. The current one's on the host act, the one being attacked. Okay. Tamed animals from the caravan do not participate in the attack. They will appear at the edge of the map and will wait for you to stay or retreat with them. And this is just some details on the attack balances. There are a couple more issues that an attacker needs to consider. There is also an auto attack. Therefore, when a pawn stands, it begins to attack the target chosen by the AI. Okay, so it's auto attack. If the attack command was not given exponentially, therefore, with a single shot weapon, you need to be careful. Especially the command to go may be cancelled, or even a pawn may be afraid to start running away to the edge of the map. Check if pawns can continue to execute commands, and I think we generally get the idea. The extreme position of the border on the map. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I wasn't able to record any combat. I will get up another video. I will title it Rimworld City PvP, and that will just be me showcasing the PvP. I want to get this video out because what this mod does so far is really cool, and I'm really enjoying it with a few guys on our Discord. I hope to see you guys join us if you want to have some fun, but overall, I hope to see you guys in this mod somewhere having a good time on yourself or some friends. Have a good day. Stay safe out there.